Jason with Genesis Car Audio and Customs in Walker, Louisiana. Just an update on a project that we took on a couple of weeks back. A customer just purchased a brand new Corvette. It is the Z06 model. 6 speeds, not the automatic. This particular customer has actually owned several different platforms of the older Vets, automatic 6 speeds, some of them stock, some of them had bolt-ons, so he's real familiar with the vehicle and decided he liked this one, so he bought it. Well, after driving it for a week or two, he decided to do some audio upgrades, and we've worked on a couple of other vehicles that he's had. So, first thing he decided to do was add a little bit of bass to it, and I'll explain why. This does come with one of their premium sound systems, and each door does have kind of an infinite baffle or free air 8-inch woofer in each door. But like I said, after listening to it for a couple of weeks, it started to fatigue. Just really was not pleased with it. And upon tearing it down to do some more installations and change some things, we discovered why. The actual factory woofer, brand new, has actually already started to separate the surround. Give you an idea of what we're working with, and if it'll focus, give you an idea of what we're working with here. Assembled in Mexico, Delco Electronics. USA product. Yes, always reliable Mexico assembled. But for those of you that haven't had a chance to see their sit-in or go take a closer look at the factory at the Z06 models, like I said, this is the 6-speed, all leather, real nice upholstery. These cars actually have a lot of room. The roof is actually contoured where you have a higher head, and you can see it on top also. It's got some little bubbles. This is not the Target Top model. His wife actually owns a regular C6 platform that's got the Target Top that we'll have in here to do some work on. But finding a busted woofer, like I said, it's time to do some upgrades. So no Target Top, no T-tops, no nothing. We have all the space in the back to work with. Well, when you shut the hatch, things back here get pretty narrow, but you do have a broad space to work with. So in some of the audio equipment that he already had, we decided to go ahead and add a little bit of bass to it. And this is what we come up with. FI BTL fully loaded. This is one of the dual 2s, so it's going to be a 1 ohm and a couple of extra amps he had laying around. One of the older model Fosgate 4K. So this is going to be quite an interesting build. Well, when you add that much bass to a system, then you're at the point to where the mid-range and highs obviously just dissipate. You get over a volume level and you have nothing but bass. So what we've done is taken out the factory 8-inch and the platform and everything else. Now, they do have a very small mounting depth due to the alignment and mounting points for the window. So what we're going to do is, no, not a 6x9, but a 6.5-inch mid bass that will clear. Now the only reason we're not going to go with a 6x9 in this particular application is when you look at the factory door panel, notice this harsh edge. Well, the only place in the cutout where the 6x9 will not hit is with it firing this way. Then you get into some of the material that's already got a dip in it. The 6x9 frame hits. Then you're blocking the majority of the 6x9 when you clock it to a degree, so you have all this area down here exposed and only about a third, maybe 1/2 of the 6x9 exposed in the door. Plus the 6.5-inch circular diameter has better harmonics, and we can actually have enough mounting depth to build an enclosure behind this in the door to where it will actually have its own enclosure and be a true mid-bass, mid-range driver, which the XS series by Image Dynamics will work for that. But then we have to add a second amplifier. Well, Image makes the 450.4, and 2 channels have a bandpass mode for the mid-range, mid-bass drivers. So that's what's going to power that. The other 2 channels are going to power the XS series tweeters that are going to be replaced regular, like 3.5-inch mid-range tweeter that they put in the factory door panel there. And if you look kind of close, I know there's no lighting, but it's hollow on both sides under here. So we're going to install a set of the full body, the larger full body underdash horns. And we have a few surprises. Since he wants to retain the factory AM/FM CD player, that's the multi-changer with the auxiliary input. But I'll save that for another video on how we're going to do all the interconnects and hook up the amplifiers to the factory radio. Now this particular car also has all the carbon fiber accent pieces and everything, so when we do build the box, it will cover from wheel well to wheel well. But internal cubic feet comes out a lot larger than what we anticipated. But the mounting depth doesn't allow us to mount the woofer as far back as possible without it hitting the back corners of the rear hatch. So, leaving a few things for the next video for some surprises. Just wanted to give you another update on a project we took in at Genesis. Hope you like the video, hope you like the car, and subscribe, and this will be another project that we're going to do some updates on. So as soon as we get a few more pieces in, either installed or in for the car, so we can start to finish the installation, I'll do a few more videos. Until then, Genesis Car Audio. Thank you.